All right, everybody. So the focus of today's video is going to be on finalizing some graphs with all of the points we need to make some pretty exact graphs here. So there is one final thing that we haven't explicitly stated that we know how to calculate here. So we're going to go over that skill first, and then the second video is going to take you through basically putting all of our pieces together and finalizing and getting a graph. So let's go back to an example we used in a previous video, x squared, 3x, and 2. The one thing that we're missing here is where do we intercept the y-axis? What is our y-intercept? Well, for this, there's actually no calculation needed in this example. It's simply our c-value, which in this case, we can just go straight up and see that as long as there's nothing else that's equal to 0, or we have it in y equals form, c equals 2. So put simply, our y-intercept is just 2. So if we look at a graph of this, it would just cross right there at y equals 2. And that would be the individual point. Now, a challenge might come up if you see something like this. And we don't know what a, b, and c are. So we wouldn't be able to solve for the vertex. We wouldn't be able to solve for the axis of symmetry. Now, we would be able to get x-intercepts pretty quickly. We can set each of those equal to 0. But the tricky part is, how do we do all of the other pieces? So for this, we actually would put this into a box. Remember, when it's like this, it is a box question. The only difference now is that we're given the edges. So we need to calculate the insides. And once we do this, our final answer will get x squared plus 2x plus 3x plus 6. Put together those like terms. Basically reversing the box. And now we have something that's in our standard form. Now we can go through and label a, b, and c. Remember, there's an invisible 1 there, so we can say a equals 1, b equals the number 5, and c equals the number 6. So our y-intercept for this one, a little bit of calculating needed first. We can say that c equals 6, so we would cross the y-axis again at c equals 6. So two different types of formats where you're going to see y-intercepts and need to solve for them. In both of these cases, we need to bring it back to that original standard form with the x squared, the x term, and the constant. And whatever the constant is in that case, that there is going to be